You have your own way of knowing that this is the lady that I want. There are some mistakes that we shouldn't make. And you don't need to be a perfect human being so that the lady can give you a chance, especially if she is your ideal lady. You shouldn't mess that up. The other day, my sister was being pursued by a certain man. This is a guy that they have never met. My sister is 23 years old. They planned and they decided to meet in a man's house. First mistake, if you want to meet a lady for the first time, don't allow her to come and visit you in your house. It can be an option, sure, but for the first time, to my opinion, I will advise a man to meet a lady maybe in a restaurant just to have coffee. He wanted to have sex with my sister. This is where the weird part came in. The guy blocked her. I only have two reasons for that. It's either the guy broke her virginity and he blocked her, or the guy was disappointed because he wanted lust from the lady, never got what he wanted. It was disgusting. He blocked her. It was weird to my sister, and we couldn't tell what's wrong with this man. My sister was trying to explain to me how attractive the man is. Very humble, financially stable. He can be a potential partner. But that is not how the guy saw my sister. I don't know what went wrong. What made that man to be unattractive to my sister is yearning to have lust with my sister. When you often yearn for lust and sex from women, it makes you unattractive. It's not a turn on for women. It lowers your standards. Women can read that feeling far away on your face. They can smell that. Try to hide, control yourself, meet in an open place, have a conversation, have coffee, leave each other, then know each other for a while before even deciding to make a move on a lady sexually. That is what kills most of men. I know it's not easy to control yourself sexually, but just train your body. Train how to know a lady first, then eventually make a move on her sexually. The second mistake is attracting toxic women, because sometimes they might not know that the lady is toxic, but staying too long in a toxic environment. She's a toxic lady, but because you love her body so much, you are interested in her, you don't want to end the relationship with her. Do you know that when you're attracted to a toxic woman and you don't want to leave her, you adapt those characters and behaviors that she has? And when you adapt those characters, you will often also have the same characters. You become the same person as she is. You become a toxic man. And when the lady is finally done with you, she doesn't want to have a relationship with you. She will move on, leaving you as a man who is toxic. You will use those behaviors trying to attract another lady. The lady that you're trying to attract, she's not toxic. That allows you not to get your ideal woman. You are confused because you are someone who adapted some of the characters that your toxic lady showed you. And because some of the women never show you those characters, you think they are pretending, they're not normal, something is wrong with them, but you have to detach yourself emotionally and mentally from that toxic lady so that the behaviors cannot prolong. So we tend to stick to women who are toxic in the name of they might change. I love them that much. I think I need to just give her time. No, that will not give you a chance of getting your ideal and your better woman in the near future, because you've obtained some of the characters and behaviors and you've made them part of your life. Staying too long in a toxic relationship is not healthy for you. Avoid that mistake. The last mistake is believing that how our parents lived, how they had their marriage, that is how a marriage is supposed to be. Maybe your parents tried their level best to stay together for the sake of you guys. But because you've been raised with that character and behavior from your mother or from your father, you think that that marriage was perfect. So whenever you approach a lady and the lady doesn't compromise some of the characters and the behaviors that you have, which they are not good characters but they are toxic, you think that she's not a good lady. No. We shouldn't adapt some of the characters and think that how my mother, how my father, how they abused each other, it was normal and it was out of love. No. Break that curse. You were raised by a woman who was abusive to your father. You meet with an abusive lady, you take it as normal. You were raised by a father who often abused your mother. She kept it all together. And because your father had those characters, when you meet with a lady, you expect the lady to accept the behaviors and the characters that you have. Wrong. Female friends who have been toxic. Because of that surrounding by people who are toxic, you've adapted a toxic character and you want to use that character to attract another lady. And you expect her to stay in the relationship. That is wrong. No matter whom you want to attract, don't stay too long in a toxic relationship. Those are the 3 mistakes that men must avoid for them to get good women. It's easy if you are a better man. It's easy if you do things the right way. But remember, as far as you're trying to attract women, know what kinds of women do exist. If she's toxic, label her as toxic. If she's high value, label her as high value. If she's average, label her as average. And what kind of a lady do you want? Trying to judge a lady by her physical appearance, that is so demeaning. Physically, she can be a 10 out of 10. But mentally, emotionally, and how she treats a man, it's what should determine. When you try to pick a woman because of her physical appearance, that is not going to be a healthy relationship for you. Never. And do you agree with me? Did you really watch up to this point? If you did, then kindly comment down below by saying, I am with you. And until next time, be safe, take care, and let's have peace.